Hi, I'm Dawn M. Rivers, the creator of the Lux Identity Spiral. Today, I'm going to show you how three powerful chakras, root, heart, and third eye, can shift you from burnout to clarity, calm, and confidence. And if you're like me, a midlife woman, this is exactly what you need at this point in your life. Go from fear to clarity. Every single one of these chakras we're going to talk about has several aspects. We're going to focus on their color, their element, their location, and how you can go from imbalance to balance. Starting with the root chakra. It's red. The color is red. When you think of the rainbow and you know about the frequency of the color red, it flows or it moves slower. Think of a heartbeat that's at rest, the pulse in your body. That's the color red, the Muladhara chakra. This chakra is about safety, stability, and belonging. The element is the earth. It's located at the base of your spine and it goes down through your legs, to your toes, and to the earth. Trees are rooted and grounded. Those that are strong and they continue to grow taller and taller, they create safety for an entire ecosystem. That's you too. When you're rooted, then you can help support lots of people. When you know who you are, you know where you can go from there. I want you to think of it as your foundation. Without balance here, everything above feels shaky. The root needs to be balanced. And when you are aligned, you feel grounded and supported. You trust life and you believe, I belong here. When you're out of balance, you feel misaligned. You feel constant anxiety, maybe fear of the future, or hustle just to feel safe. I think about when I taught yoga and how I was teaching students how to do a series of balancing poses. And as we did that, I told them to stand up straight and tall, to have their head over their heart over their hips over their knees over their feet and ankles, or ankles and feet. If anything is shifted to the left or to the right, forward or backward, it's misaligned. You have to start with that foundation first before you can even move to standing on one leg. We have to start with this foundation first before we can move to abundance, move to overflow and excess and ease. We can't do any of that until we start here. So, what are some practices that you can do? To rebalance, start standing barefoot. Maybe go outside. If you don't have access to outside often, find a natural surface to stand on. Wood is good, maybe if you have concrete or natural fibers of some sort. Take your shoes off and stand barefoot. If you are able to go outside, stand in the grass or the dirt or the sand. Grip the ground with your toes. Like really grip the ground. Standing tall, roll your shoulders back, breathe deeply, and visualize roots growing into the earth. Visualize that. Then maybe say an affirmation like this: I am safe. I am supported. I belong. I always do my affirmations 3 times. I am safe. I am supported. I belong. I am safe. I am supported. I belong. And for my professional women, this shift breaks the survival hustle cycle and it builds calm confidence. When we are in the space of not feeling grounded, when we have to move houses or move jobs or go from one relationship to the next relationship, we're already planning the next thing. We haven't embodied where we are. We haven't become present. That is a practice that I say all of us need to do. When we're thinking, when your mind is ahead of your words, and then that you start to stumble over those words, like I just did, I was thinking in the future instead of staying right here in the present moment. Try getting back in balance as much as you can. Okay, next is the heart chakra. This is a center of love, compassion, and connection. The color is green and the element is air. The color is also pink. So if you know anything about crystals, there's one called tourmaline, watermelon tourmaline. It has both pink and green like swirled around. So think of the back of the heart and the front of the heart. It's in the center of your chest. And the front to me is always the green side. It's always the outside of you. It's about growth. It goes through your arms to your hands. And when you circle someone into a hug, you're sending your heart center out. And then the back side, which is not protected always, right? When we think of armor, we don't always tend to have armor on the back. That's the pink side. That's a pulsing side. The color is green. The element is air. Air, like love is in the air. That's what the heart chakra is. And when you put your hands on your chest and you feel your heartbeat and you feel your chest rise and fall when you breathe, you are tapping into your Anahata chakra. It's about opening yourself to love, both for yourself and others. Right? So first we had to know we belonged, and now we have to be in the space of love. When it's balanced, you're open, you radiate warmth, you feel connected, and you treat yourself with compassion. It starts with you first. All of this is about you. All of it's about you first. And when you feel out of balance, that's when you're blocked. When you cross your arms over your chest, or maybe you roll your shoulders forward, if you have your chin down, that is all a sign of out of balance. You might feel lonely, unworthy. Maybe you overgive. Maybe you are a people pleaser. You want to do too much for too many folks. And then what's left for you? Nothing. Or you could be carrying resentment or old grief, and that isolates you too. Bitterness isolates you. You don't feel like you're enough. You have low self-worth, low self-esteem. But this is how we're going to combat that. To open your heart, place your hands on your chest. I usually put one hand on top of the other. You can do right hand, left hand, or left hand, right hand. It's up to you. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe into that heart space and say, I am worthy of love. I am open to connections. Remember, you can do it 3 times. I am worthy of love. I am open to connection. I am worthy of love. I am open to connection. Try this too. Write one gratitude note each day to yourself or maybe to someone else. I've done gratitude practices that have changed my life. You can do a 21-day gratitude practice. You can do 40, you can do 100, whatever, however many days you want. Find a partner, and then every day you send a text to that person saying 1 to 2, maybe up to 3 things that you are grateful for that day. I'm grateful for my essential oils. I am grateful for water. I'm grateful for a friendship. I'm grateful for an apology. I'm grateful for a second chance. And then they reciprocate. And you continue to do that. And it's going to help you see how much in your life is amazing. And it's going to remind you that you were rooted, that you were grounded, that you are worthy, and that you can move forward. It shifts you from isolation to authentic connection. On to the third eye, the Ajna chakra. The color is indigo. The element is light. The third eye governs clarity, vision, and intuition. Remember when you have like a thought and you didn't follow through on it and it did happen anyway. Maybe you were driving and you were like, I'm not going to go that way, even though something inside of you told you to go that way. And then there was an accident or there was congestion, and now it's taking you longer to get to your destination. That is your intuition telling you what to do. When you know, that's your third eye. It's about seeing beyond fear, trusting your inner wisdom. When you think of your third eye chakra, it's right between the brows. It's the center point where the brows come together. Sometimes you can tap there to turn it on. That's what I do. It's like turning on the light, 3 taps. Third eye, balance versus out of balance. When you're in balance, your intuition is on point. You trust it. When it said, get off of this exit, you follow through, because the last time you didn't get off of that exit, when you didn't listen to your intuition, there was an accident or congestion. So you listen now, you trust it. You feel like everything is in flow. It automatically goes. There's no stop or start. It just moves from left to right to front to back. It just is like water almost. And then you see your steps, your next step clearly. It's learning how to practice yoga and knowing the sun salutations. And when you practice next to somebody else, your breath is in sync, your body moves in sync. When you learn how to play your part in orchestra and everything comes together and you can hear the harmony, that is flow. When you're out of balance, you feel indecision. You can't make a decision. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. You're blocking your third eye. You're blocking it from seeing. You feel stuck in regret and fear. You rely only on logic or what somebody else is saying. You ask too many people what their opinion is instead of relying on yours. And then you lose everything. It's a loss even in success. We don't want that. We don't want those feelings. Try a 3-minute visualization of your future self living joyfully, happily in a space of abundance, maybe overflow. Write down 3 details that you saw. Who were you with? Where were you? What were you wearing? Or maybe you can journal intuitive hits. Like every day, maybe you notice that you were listening to your intuition. I gave that example of driving and getting off on the exit to avoid an accident. Write them down. Even if they're small nudges, write those down so you can see that you are tapped into your third eye. This shift reconnects you to your vision and helps you move forward. It helps you see these old cycles so you don't get stuck in them. All right. So what brings them all together? When the root is balanced, you feel safe. When your heart is open, you feel loved. And when your third eye is clear, you see your future. Together, these shifts moves you from fear to love to clarity. You become both anchored and expanded. It's this embodied practice that we should do. You feel grounded in who you are, you feel open to love, and you feel confident about your next steps. These are 3 small practices. Imagine what happens when you have weekly shifts, daily rituals, and a community of women walking in the spiral with you. Join us inside Awakened and Limitless. It's a completely free community on Skool. It's where your next level begins. You get what you get because you get who you are.